But we've heard today about the wonders of technology and how technology has the capacity to deliver anything to anybody in any way. Jeff's now, as an expert in e-learning and an expert in e-assessment, going to tell us that you don't have to go to Asia to get this experience. We can do it online. Over to you, Jeff.
Yes, over to me. Oh, what do I want to do? Do I want to do? Oh, I don't want to do that. I just want to cancel it. Your computers obviously know all about me. They want to protect you from me. Yes, I understand that. I'm going to posit that you actually need to be doing this now. You need to go away from today and actually change your curriculum. You need to make sure that your students have an experience outside the current classroom that they're in. If you don't, you're doing a lousy job. You're doing a disservice to your students. I'm actually going to show 2 videos which have 2 different messages. So I'm not going to talk much, I'm going to give the videos and let the videos do the talking for you. But the first one, which is actually going to be around a primary school classroom. Right, it's a bit of an ad, right? This is a YouTube video. And let me tell you, that's how MOOCs are going to be done in the future. MOOCs are going to come with ads. That's what you're going to expect. So you expect to find ads inside all of your coursework from now on when you use MOOCs, because that's how they're going to pay for it. Right? They're going to have ads just like all our other things that we do free on the internet, all come with ads. And if you want to get rid of the ads, you pay the premium. And that's what you'll do with MOOCs. Right? That's going to be the business case for MOOCs. I'm going to show you a primary school. And the reason I'm going to show you a primary school is, if you want to know what your university is going to look like in 10 to 15 years, go into a primary school classroom. Universities are normally 15 years behind primary school classrooms. If you want to find out what your students will be doing in 15 years' time, go and find out what 5-year-olds are doing today, because that's what you'll be doing in 15 years' time. Right? It just takes universities a long time to catch up with what they're actually doing in primary schools. If you want to work out how to engage people, try and engage a 5-year-old. Because I can tell you, if you can engage a 5-year-old, you will have a good learning experience for your students in your classroom. So think about it in those terms. Think about what you would do with a 5-year-old to keep them engaged for whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 50 minutes, or 3 years for a program. How would you keep a 5-year-old engaged for 3 years on your program? That's actually going to tell you how to design good curricula. So I'll just show this video. And remember, this is a primary school that I'm showing here. Or it should be, if it comes up. What I will do is show it directly. Whoops, no, not that one. That one.
Adeka is program on the computer with other countries, communicate with another class in another country on the other side of the world, but more better, you can just learn from them too.
Welcome to IVECA, International Virtual Schooling. Our current society is extremely globalized and culturally interconnected.
Future generations need to be capable of understanding and reconciling cultural differences.
So it's important that we build healthy relationships with everyone around the world.
To address this challenge, we need to redefine what the role of education should be.
Students are required to develop the ability to communicate with others who are linguistically and culturally different from themselves.
21st century education must provide opportunities for students to learn how to effectively interact in international and multicultural working environments.
We have to keep introducing the children to the wider world because we are so interdependent with all the other countries.
Students are required to develop the ability to communicate with others who are linguistically and culturally different from themselves.
Our program offers intercultural education and makes it affordable and easily accessible to every school.
Intercultural education, to develop such intercultural competence, has been suggested as a way to fulfill that important role in education.
IVECA to me is 21st century learning that provides an opportunity to students to communicate with classrooms around the world.
The IVECA program is an opportunity for teachers to take their children beyond their classroom. And it gives the children and the teachers an opportunity to be able to meet with other children and other teachers in a different country.
People who possess intercultural competence will be able to play significant roles in promoting peace, harmony, security, and human rights in this globalized world.
Through a centrally managed framework,
I'm going to stop that one because it actually goes on to talk about, it's a bit of an ad for this thing, which you'd expect. But what it actually goes on to talk about is you can take your current curriculum. So you don't have to actually change a lot of the content in your curriculum, but you take your current curriculum and you put it in a different context. That's what this is about. And it's about broadening the horizons of the students. They're using the technology to enable all students to have that broadened view. And that's really what you should be doing with your curriculum. You need to broaden the horizons for all students, not just those who can physically travel, not just those who have got the money. It's actually every student needs to have this opportunity. And this is one of the ways in which we can afford and provide that experience for all of our students, not just the select few. And it's not just about learning a language, it's not just about travelling and having a good time, it's actually about thinking about the consequences of what you're doing in that broader environment. So that's why you need to go away today and actually do it. The next thing I'm going to do is show you another example of the sorts of things that people are putting together now for these sorts of experiences. And this is, I've shown this one sometimes before in terms of the assessment stuff I'm doing, but this is the competition you've got. It's not just MOOCs. I'm going to show you some other competition you've got in terms of the curriculum and the experience.
From the makers of Operation Ibiza and Pool Paradise comes Shark World, an online adventure in which you're in charge of a team of experts creating the largest shark aquarium in the world, called Shark World. In the hectic urban jungle of Shanghai, you'll work for Spectre Install, a large multinational company responsible for the realization of Shark World. You have to manage and organize a complicated project, solve mysteries and conflicts, motivate your team, and communicate with all kinds of people, sometimes behind your desktop, sometimes somewhere unexpected. The game continues 24/7 and penetrates your daily life, so you have to be committed and prepared.
So they were two snapshots of what your classroom should look like. That gives you an opportunity to be able to give your students an experience outside the very narrow environment that they're sitting in. It gives you the opportunity to give them that experience where they immerse themselves into another culture. They don't have to physically travel. You can guarantee that experience for all the students and they can be part of that. So I'm going to stop there and that's my bit. Thanks, Will.